Prince Harry did blindside the Queen with Megxit snubbing Sussex Royal website. Prince Harry did blindside the Queen despite denying it during his landmark interview with Oprah Winfrey, a royal commentator reported. Prince Harry's statement he did not catch the Queen unprepared in January 2020 has been discussed by a royal expert. Royal expert Rebecca English commented on a story, which included several sources close to Prince William also discussing claims made by Prince Harry to Oprah. One of them, speaking about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Sussex Royal's website and their rebuttal reported there over the use of the word royal for non-working members of the family, said, "That was it for William, he felt they'd blindsided the Queen in such an insulting and disrespectful way." Ms. English, reporting and discussing the content of the article on the Mail Plus Palace Confidential, said, "The Queen was aware Harry was very unhappy, and I know this from my own sources, but they had no idea he was going to put out the statement that he did when he did it. And they had no idea that him and Meghan had spent months creating the Sussex Royal website to go along with it. So she was blindsided, so it was good to see that addressed in the piece as well." William did feel that Harry had done their grandmother quite a great disservice. On January 8, Prince Harry and Meghan announced to the world their plans for the future and how they wanted to change their position within the royal family by issuing a statement both on their Instagram account and on their newly launched website, sussexroyal.com. At the time, they had been accused of blindsiding the Queen and the rest of the royal family by sources. The palace issued a very brief statement a few hours after the Sussex's bombshell, reading, "Discussions with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are at an early stage. We understand their desire to take a different approach, but these are complicated issues that will take time to work through." But the Sussex's friend and broadcaster Tom Bradby said a few days later it was certainly not true to say the palace had been blindsided. He continued, "The couple's view was they came back and wanted to talk to the family about their plans. It had been made clear to them in their absence there was going to be a slimmed-down monarchy and they weren't really a part of it." When asked by Oprah in an interview aired on ITV on March 8 whether or not he'd blindsided the Queen, Harry firmly denied catching her off guard. He said, "No, I never blindsided my grandmother. I have too much respect for her." The prince continued saying he had 3 conversations with his grandmother and 2 with Prince Charles before he stopped taking my calls. The Prince of Wales, Harry added, asked his son to put his plans in writing, including telling when they were planning to make the announcement. In January last year, the Sussexes said they intended to step back as senior members of the royal family to become financially independent and live between the UK and North America. They said, "After many months of reflection and internal discussions, we have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within this institution. We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent, while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen. It is with your encouragement, particularly over the last few years, that we feel prepared to make this adjustment. We now plan to balance our time between the United Kingdom and North America, continuing to honor our duty to the Queen, the Commonwealth, and our patronages. This geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our new charitable entity." Broadcaster Tom Bradby said a few days later it was certainly not true to say the palace had been blindsided. He continued, "The couple's view was they came back and wanted to talk to the family about their plans. It had been made clear to them in their absence there was going to be a slimmed-down monarchy. They weren't really a part of it." When asked by Oprah in an interview aired on ITV on March 8 whether or not he blindsided the Queen, Harry firmly denied catching her off guard. He said, "No, I never blindsided my grandmother. I have too much respect for her." The prince continued saying he had 3 conversations It is with your encouragement, particularly over the last few years, that we feel prepared to make this adjustment. We now plan to balance our time between the United Kingdom and North America, continuing to honor our duty to the Queen, the Commonwealth, and our patronages. This geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our new charitable entity.